we're heading over to Children's Beach now. We're going to meet up with DPW Director Rob McNeil, and he's going to go over with us what some of the stormwater improvements are that we are hoping to get funded at town meeting, and then that is also subject to a debt exclusion of $3.5 million. And we're going to look at one of the areas that's potentially one of the worst for stormwater issues, which is at Children's Beach.
Now this area right here, Livy, wow, every storm, it floods.
Every storm. So we're on Easy Street, and there's quite a flooding situation here, as we know, although the sidewalks held up very well.
Yep.
And this is one of the areas that I'm sure we are going to be focusing on in our coastal resiliency plan, which we are working on now. We're going to be having some workshops upcoming in, I think we are scheduling them for May and July, some public workshops, and we're going to have the consultants in sometime soon to meet with the board and get their thinking on what areas we should be focusing on. So the idea behind the coastal resiliency plan is that you decide basically where you want to be resilient and what you're going to install to be. You can't go down there.
What?
Can't go down there.
Okay, what are they doing, Libby?
This is South Beach Street.
Yeah.
And this is the road where we had our January 4th sewer break.
Yep.
So we are right now in the process of resurfacing and restoring the roadway and the sidewalk on South Beach. Yep, we're turning around. He's
We're gonna
worried.
Yeah.
There's a big hole down the road.
Yeah,
from that
no
sewer
problem.
break, so yeah, just turn around right here.
Okay, we will.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
So, that was funny. We are getting this road back in service, basically. Yep.
Good
So they're getting at the sidewalk.
So,
right
Libby,
here?
do we have insurance on these?
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
and we're in the process of trying to figure out with the insurance company exactly what is going to be covered.
Yeah.
And they have taken the sewer, the section of pipe where the main break was, away for forensic testing, and then we will find out exactly what happened, and the specific coverage will be determined after that. Hopefully will be covered. We have optimism about that.
Okay.
Don't run into this.
I won't. I'm gonna.
So we're gonna turn around here and get to Children's Beach the back way.
We gotta go the back way. Yeah. My God.
This is great though that they're getting this work done. So the sidewalk's going to be a tad wider on where we can make it on either side of the street, as well as the road a little bit, but in general, you're just going to see a newly restored street and sidewalk. All right, we're down here at Children's Beach with Rob McNeil, our DPW director, and we're going to get a little bit of an overview of one of the projects coming up at town meeting, which is a stormwater improvement project for $3.5 million. One of the areas where we're probably going to be using some of those funds, if approved, is down here at Children's Beach, but there are other areas in the downtown that need stormwater improvement work. So, Rob, tell us, just give us an overview of what the stormwater improvement article would do for us, $3.5 million.
Well, as most people know, there's a lot of drainage issues all around the island. Children's Beach, the pump station here specifically, incorporates a lot of the Brant Point, downtown, and surrounding areas. It drains off. It actually pumps down the water in the low tide conditions. So it alleviates some of the flooding sooner than it normally would if you just left it to its own accord. We're dealing with the sewer division on a lot of this because they do have some connections to their sewer that are old and in need of repair or elimination. So we'll be working with the sewer division as part of their CMOM and II removal program to identify those locations and to remove them. We're also working to identify a condition assessment of our own system so that ultimately we can provide replacement of those pipes where needed to supply additional capacity to give the places that are connected to sewer a place to go. That's sump pumps, roof leaders, and other illicit connections. We need to provide additional capacity in our storm drain system to handle those loads. We're also looking at projects sort of on the building on the Konsu Springs area. We have projects in and around the Orange Street, Washington Street area. The corner of Francis and Washington, there'll be some drainage improvements as part of that realignment of the roadway. There's culvert project that we're going to be looking at out in Matticat, along Matticat Road, involving analysis of the Hither Creek connection there, as well as all the culvert systems along Matticat and North Cambridge.
So if we do this, Rob, now and we fix all this up and we get storms that are as bad, if not worse, than what we've got down the road, are we going to have to do this again, or does this?
No, I mean, first off, we're doing a tremendous amount of condition assessment and design work with this funding. We'll start to do construction as we can, but a lot of the investigatory work needs to be done up front to make sure that we do it right the first time, and we actually make changes that are going to be lasting.
Okay, so again, that pretty much wraps up our field trip. That wasn't all of the projects that are coming up on the warrant, but it's the bulk of them. And again, we've got Article 10 and Articles 15 through 19, all of which have components that require town meeting approval and also subsequent approval at the election for either a debt exclusion, which is 5 of the items, and a capital exclusion, which is 1 of the items. Total of 6 that will be on the ballot at the annual election. And if you had an average year-round property valued at approximately $1.24 million with the residential exemption, if the voters were to approve all of these projects, the initial impact on your tax bill would be $173 approximately in the first year. Because one of the items is only valid for 1 year, that one item is $86-ish, the increase goes down to about $86. So that's the monetary impact on your taxes, and we're going to get something up online about this, and if you have any questions about it, feel free to contact town administration or the finance department. So thanks for watching.